Welcome to the farm. This is Joe with Youngblood Family Farm. I want to take a few moments on August 31st to give you a garden update. So come on along and join me. So garden update. End of August. We're entering September, and the growing season here in Michigan it's been tough this year. But I learned a lot, and so as I do this garden update, I'm going to share a few things that I learned this year. Um, and so just trying to get better and make things easier. So once again, we are at the perennial end, and you can see that the strawberries are doing well. Just tilled them under a little bit ago, and they are growing well. Um, my snap peas they're done. Pulled all the seeds off those, um, and they need to get knocked down. Um, one of the things that I have learned this summer was in between these two rows of my everbearings, and you see some weeds creeping in, but you don't see too many weeds right in the middle. And what I did was I laid cardboard down underneath the straw. I've seen people do that for years and years and years, and I thought, well, what good's that? It made an amazing difference. The grasses did not come through. Now I've got grasses growing in the strawberries, but not in the aisleway. And you know the runners have come over, but boy, I will definitely be saving up the cardboard in the future. Um, the cabbage is boy, it's splitting faster than I can eat it. Um, and so this is the first cabbage patch, and I need to eat eat more coleslaw, or we've been doing stir fries quite often. Um, and really, I don't love kraut that much, but we might give sauerkraut a run. Um, I been fighting some weird worms this year, and finally I did it with the broccoli. I bought a spray bottle and some neem oil, and that made a world of difference. I haven't had the worm issues. Now, as you can see, there are weeds everywhere. I'm done weeding. I've been done weeding for better than a month. Um, and so we've been spraying with neem oil, and some of these plants were too far chewed up, but I don't see any more worms. Um, and so this is good. I think that I am probably done trying to grow cauliflower. Once again, they had the same issue. They got chewed up. I got some decent looking heads in spite of it, and some heads just get soggy and rotten and stink up half the garden. You can see weeds almost as tall as I am, and like I said, I keep pulling them and throwing them to the chickens. But at this time of year, much like you guys, this is what we're dealing with. We've got strawberries. I got 55 Roman plants out here, and I didn't think my strawberry crop was going to be too impressive, but man, we've been doing a canner load or two about every day, every other day, and so we'll start our sauce, and you know, far as I can see, um, take you right on through here. Um, Once again, weeds are galore. I need to just string trim them. That would probably be helpful. But you can see that these Romas they just drop, and we just collect. Another planting of beans. I figure if they miss a frost, those will be coming at the end of September. Um, Walk you through again. My first batch of beans, and they are reflowering, and I pull a few beans off those every so often. Quite a bit of seeds coming in, and so we'll either save those for dried beans or seeds. You can see this row right here is right around 24 more cabbage, and those will be ready in probably another month or so. One of the biggest issues I've ever had growing peppers is I would only grow 3 or 4 plants and they wouldn't do anything until this time of year. So instead of growing 3 or 4 plants, I decided to plant about 12 plants. And as you can see, you know, the peppers are looking pretty good this year. You know, it took growing a lot of plants to get a decent little crop, but I am pleased with the crop this year. And then hot peppers, I used a mixed seed pack, and I won't do that again because it's hard to really identify. I mean, you can identify a jalapeno. There's these Hungarian waxes which have a little heat to them, but I'm really not sure what this thing is. And there's a couple other ones I'm not really sure what they are. Okra, we're in the seed saving stage. So we've picked out a few plants and we are letting those just seed save. Another batch of green beans, and I know green beans don't have the most, you know, they don't have the most energy dense, but it's nice to be able to put some food on the table, something fresh from the garden. This row here, it's kind of a wide row, but these are all, you know, let's see if this will focus in. So these are all seed production beans. And the main focus of this is to produce lots and lots of seeds. Just because I have not had a good seed crop in several years. Just they get moldy, or you know, we would have lots of rabbits, and so I'm going to restock my shelves, so to speak. And these are very consistently a 52-day bean, which is pretty fast. Cucumbers have been tough, but they're consistent. Once again, plant enough of them, and you'll be able to fill your table. And you know, another little bean patch coming along here. Kale's coming in nice, and that kale, as long as I keep a fence around it, that kale we'll pick it until it gets covered in snow. Kale is really good with that snow. Zucchinis are still producing, but they're you know, they're starting to feel the winter blues, the fall blues. Different angle of the tomatoes, they are out there. So a little sun I'm fighting with here, but been a decent garden. I've learned a lot. Things I've learned is I'm not going to waste time with cauliflower anymore. As little as we eat of it. Broccoli, I need to hit that with neem oil, as well as my cabbage. My little shelter down here, I don't know that is, I think the neem oil is more productive as far as keeping the moths at bay. Forgot to mention I have a little carrot patch here, and we go through that every couple of days and pull out some big ones and let the other ones catch up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I have not put any videos out, and man, it's been near a week because school's beginning. Trying to get last couple things in with the kids, and the garden is, you know, we're having this tomato harvest right now, which believe it or not, keeps the guy pretty busy. Um, Forgot to mention this part. They're just cheap zinnias, and I've heard guys like Jason down there at Cog Hill Farms talk about, you know, his cosmos and um, planting zinnias, guys. They're easy to grow, easy to collect the seeds. They bring a lot of butterflies and um, a lot of bees into your area too. And like I said, they're easy to collect the seeds and just replant. And great gifts, great table flowers. Um, Really add some color to the garden. So, thanks for joining me. I apologize for it to be a little lengthy, um, but end of August, folks. Um, I'm sure most of you are preserving. You're not, you know, but take notes. Plan for the next year. Um, It'll probably be near another month before you see another one of these garden updates. Um, but I appreciate your time. Bye now.